A strange lady was in our house when I was out. When I came back, I found out. Exploring the house, I discovered it. Then my husband arrived. My name's Jennifer, and I'm 32 years old. I work in a busy city called New York, where people believe in working hard to succeed. My husband, Donnie, is 30 and works too. We got married 2 years ago. Donnie might seem a bit unreliable sometimes, but he's actually really kind. He's good at helping out with chores around the house. I'm a career-focused woman. I love my job and feel proud when I do well. If you work hard, you can move up. But there's a downside. Sometimes they might ask you to move to a different place, and if you want to have a baby, there's no rule about taking time off. Many women quit their jobs when they get married or have kids. I used to think the same way. I wanted to focus on my career and didn't plan on getting married. When Donnie asked me to marry him, I said no at first. I told him I loved my job. I'm in charge of a team now, but I want to go even higher. I can't imagine settling down or having kids. But Donnie understood. He promised we'd share the chores and wouldn't have kids. Eventually, I agreed to marry him because he was so understanding. Both Donnie and I work, so sometimes we don't split the chores exactly as we planned, but we help each other out, and I think we do pretty well. Sometimes my in-laws make annoying comments like, you should focus more on your home than your job, or when are you having kids? But it's not too bothersome because Donnie always supports me. Living with Donnie has been nice, and I've learned to enjoy being married. Then one day, my boss, who's the head of our department, called me about a possible move to a different office. He said, what do you think? You'd work at a branch office for a while, but you'd come back here after 2 years. You'd have a good position there, and if you do well, you'll get promoted when you come back. You might even become the first woman to lead a department. It's a pretty good opportunity, right? Accepting or refusing this move could decide if I'll get promoted at my job. Everyone who's become a higher-up has done a move like this. If I say no, I might stay in my current job, but I could also get moved to a less important position. Before I got married, I would have taken this chance right away. But now, being married made me feel hesitant. I told my boss, thank you for thinking of me. Personally, I'm interested, but since it involves moving, I want to talk to my husband first. Can I give you an answer after that? He said, all right. You're married. You can choose to go alone or move with your family. Talk it over. I'm hoping for a yes. When I got home, I talked to Donnie about it. I've been offered a job transfer. I might have to move to the countryside, but if I do well for 2 years, I can come back here. And if I keep doing well, I could get promoted. I want to take this offer if you're okay with it, Donnie. We can move together, or I can go alone. What do you think? At first, Donnie was surprised, but then he thought about it and said, if you take this transfer, Jennifer, your dream could come true, right? I can't move with you because I have my job here, but don't worry about me. Go for it. With Donnie's support, I told the company I'd go for the transfer alone and started discussing the details. They agreed to pay for my moving costs and offered some good benefits, like considering my travel days as work days. So, I decided to accept the transfer to the branch office. I got the official transfer order and chose to live in a company apartment, which was a bit run down. On moving day, the movers had already taken my stuff, and Donnie came to say goodbye at the station. Thanks for seeing me off. I'll keep in touch, and I'll try to come home as much as I can. Yeah, I'll be waiting. But remember, even though you're working from afar, don't overdo it, Donnie said. You too, I replied. It's time. Take care, Donnie said as he left. And that's how my life as a remote worker began. I planned to come home during holidays and quieter times, but things got rocky at the branch office right after I arrived. I won't take orders from a woman. How can I trust someone new like her? One of the local employees complained. I faced resistance from the staff there. They spread rumors about me, didn't listen to my instructions, and even ignored my calls. Things got worse when a project I was overseeing had a big mistake because one of my team members deliberately kept me out of the loop. The subordinate who was responsible looked really shy and shocked, but as the boss, it was my job to handle it. I had to fix the problem, apologize, and not only get things back on track, but also mend relationships with my team. My boss saw how tough things were for me and gave me some advice. I've been through a transfer too, so I get it. It might not seem fair, but you can't just push your way through. It's important to communicate well, understand others, and build relationships horizontally. So I followed my boss's advice. I spent more time getting to know everyone at the branch and even joined the neighborhood association since the company's housing was part of it. Before I knew it, I was so busy that I couldn't find time for myself, let alone go back home where my husband was waiting. I kept in touch with him, but after a few months of remote work, it got hard to reach him at night. I'm working late every day because work is tough. I get tired and end up falling asleep. My husband made excuses. And as I got busier with work, I didn't suspect anything and focused more on my job. Once, during a slow work period on a long holiday, I decided to go back home to New York on short notice, but I couldn't reach my husband by phone or text. So, I returned from my remote work without telling him. When I opened the door to our home after a long time away, something felt strange. Then a woman I didn't recognize rushed to the door, saying, Justin, welcome back. If I'd known you were coming home early, I would have prepared. We both froze, staring at each other in shock. Finally, the woman spoke up. I'm sorry, but who are you? And who are you? This is my house. Wait, what? I live here. After arguing and getting nowhere, we decided to check the house number outside. To my surprise, it matched the custom nameplate I had ordered. The key worked, and the nameplate was right. This is my house. I'm going in, I insisted. Wait, what? Stop ignoring her protests, I said, pushing past her and entering the house. Inside, everything had changed, the curtains, the furniture, all of it. There was a photo of my husband and the woman at a theme park, mugs I'd never seen before, and unfamiliar toothbrushes and skincare items in the bathroom. The bed linens were different, and the wardrobe held only the woman's clothes. My husband's stuff was hidden away in a back room. As I stood there in shock, I heard the front door open. I'm home. Oh, did you invite a friend over, Justin? Thank goodness you're back, this woman said. This woman just barged into our house. The man the woman called Justin was definitely my husband, Donnie. Seeing me, he looked surprised. What are you doing here, Donnie? Why is she calling you Justin? Can you explain what's happening? What do you mean? This is Justin, right? Well, actually, my husband seemed flustered. Under questioning, Lola, his real name is Donnie. Isn't that what's on your driver's license? And I'm Donnie's wife. Wife. That's not true. He told me he was divorced. Donnie, you need to explain everything clearly, I insisted. Jennifer, you were gone for so long, and I was lonely, so I thought I'd try a dating app. That's where I met Lola, Donnie explained. So Justin is your fake name on the dating app? I questioned. No, it's not like that, Donnie said. I was worried if my real name came out, it might cause problems, so I used a different first name but kept my last name, Donnie clarified. And why did you lie about being divorced? I pressed further. Lola's profile said she'd never dated a man before and was serious about finding someone for marriage. It struck a chord with me, so I lied about being divorced to win her over. We started living together, Donnie admitted. Why would you do something like that? I asked, puzzled. At that moment, my husband began justifying his actions defiantly. It's because you're always away for work. It's natural for a man to want companionship. We've been living separate lives because of your job and the long hours. I just wanted a warm home where my wife would be there with dinner when I got back.